Hi guys, it's Brianna here, and I have a really big announcement. And now that we're recording, I'm actually kind of nervous, but excited nonetheless. Yeah, so if you haven't been following my Dungeons & Dragons journey, me and a group of friends, we've been playing Dungeons & Dragons for I think, going on 5 years now. And these group of friends, you might know them from YouTube. They're part of the React community. If there are probably some reactors that you follow as well. But yeah, we've been playing Dungeons & Dragons. We have a couple of games going on now. The Bounty's Chase over on Alex's Torchwood Boys YouTube channel. And we have Forged Through Fire on My Name is Simon's Twitch channel. And the Bounty's Chase, we've been playing for 3 years. Over 3, maybe. I'm really bad at timelines. Oh goodness, I'm so nervous. I'm sweating. I'm in a sweater. This is not good. Anyway, so sorry. So the Bounty's Chase is coming to an end. And we've put a lot of love and heart into this game. And we hope that you guys enjoy. If you've been following and been a fan of the Bounty's Chase, I've loved it. But yeah, that campaign is coming to a close. So what are we going to do on Thursdays now? Oh man, I'm nervous. Okay, I am announcing my very first, this is a mini campaign, let me preface, I'm announcing my first campaign, my first D&D campaign. I'm going to be DMing for my group of friends. Oh god, it's sinking in. I've been planning DMing and I've been planning this game for months, maybe going on a year, probably a year. World building, etc., etc. Now this mini campaign, I'm kind of guessing it's going to be between 15 or 20 sessions, so a good chunk. So while we fill our time, while we wait for Forged Through Fire to end, because after that, the main campaign begins. I had a lot of ideas for my campaign, and one of them was to be done during the Spell Plague, and I've had dreams about this. This is so embarrassing. I've had dreams about this campaign and this idea and this story I wanted to tell. But I was nervous about applicating some of the things that I wanted to do through a full campaign. We're thinking Critical Role status. At least that's what I'm thinking. I hope it runs that long. If you guys watch Critical Role, you'll understand, how long these sessions are. That's what I'm kind of hoping for the main campaign is. The main campaign, oh my goodness. The main campaign is called Beneath the Mask, and that will be starting after Forged Through Fire is done, but it's not going to be for a while. But in the meantime, I'm going to be running my mini campaign, not miniseries. I keep messing up. Oh my god. Oh, I'm so nervous. Okay, so yeah, my mini-series is going to be circling around the Spell Plague. Like I said, I've had dreams about this story and what I wanted to do with it, and I'm so excited to be running this with my friends, and I hope they like it, and I hope them watching their, I don't know, I don't know what I was gonna say, but that's gonna be starting January 6th, the first Thursday of 2022. Now, you're thinking, why am I announcing this so early? What am I doing? What's up? Well, with the Bounty's Chase coming to an end, our Thursdays are a little bit free. But that doesn't mean that Dungeons & Dragons on Thursdays is gone completely. So, something that I'm doing a little differently is that usually what we did with the Bounty's Chase and Forged Through Fire, when we made our characters, we had session zeros, where we introduced our characters to the world, and it gives us as the players a reason to end up at where session 1 is, where we all meet, where our characters all meet. It kind of establishes us in the world. Now, what I'm doing differently is that I'm running session zeros, but I'm going to be live streaming those as well. So along with the campaign starting on Thursday, January 6th, I'm also going to be running session zeros. Excuse me. Sorry, I'm so nervous. I'm going to be running session zeros live. And so my players have been desperately asking who is going to be with who on each session zero. Because when we did our other campaigns, 2 of us would be in one session zero so we can establish that relationship, and others, etc., just so we have those bonds and a reason to stay as a group and to start our adventure. Now, the thing that I'm going to be doing a little differently, and I'm nervous but I'm excited, is that everyone's session zeros is going to be separate. Every single character in this game, they're going to have their own private session 0, but that's going to be live streamed, so I don't know how private that's going to be. Okay, it's going to be a one-on-one with their character. Because this is taking place in the Spell Plague, each session 0 is going to be them reacting to the Spell Plague and how they get to where we start in session 1. So each person, they're going to be doing a one-on-one with me. I have it planned out, so after the Bounties Chase ends, these session 0s will take place every other Thursday. So I'll be talking with my players soon to see who wants to go first and who wants to go last. The players don't know this, so they're going to be watching this and going to be like, oh god, what? Surprise! Anyway, so I'm going to be running the session 0s, introducing these characters to my world, and yeah, then they're all going to meet session 1, January 6th, 2022. I'm so excited. It's not my first time DMing, and I'll say that I know I've grown as a DM, because from my first one-shot to my most recent one-shot, which is Forgotten Memories on last year's Extra Life page, I think I'm more confident. I'm confident about this story. I'm confident about the DMing for my group of friends, and yeah, because this takes place 1,000 years, 100 years before my main campaign, Beneath the Mask, whatever happens in this mini-series determines the fate of the main campaign. And I'm so excited! Okay, so stay tuned to the end of the video because I will be explaining the lore and the world. So for those who don't play Dungeons & Dragons or are not really familiar with it, you can start fresh and I will explain how this world is going to be lived in, or run. I'm so bad at this. But yeah, I hope you guys join in for these sessions, for session 0s and leading up to session 1. I'm so nervous, but I'm excited. Okay, without further ado, let's jump in to the world of Under the Veil. Through action, a man becomes a hero. Through death, a hero becomes a legend. Through time, a legend becomes a myth. But by learning that myth, a man takes action. In a distant realm on the planet Toril lies a world full of mystery, magic, and adventure. Home to a number of races, humans, gnomes, elves, tieflings, orcs, and others, as they work to make a name for themselves, whether that be the owner of the finest inn or grand blacksmith to the army. Though in this world, the greatest tales come from adventurers. Now this can mean a number of things. Adventurers could be a group of friends or misfits who combine their strengths and efforts to save those in need and face evil head-on, whether that be bandits, a corrupt kingdom, finding treasure, or simply journeying through dungeons and slaying dragons. There are many stories and tales told by a number of scholars, wizards, and bards, and yet no one truly knows what happened during the Spell Plague in 1385 DR. The world was lost. Its people, its land, left with no hope. Cyric, the god of lies, the Dark One, killed Mystra, goddess of mystery, the mother of all magic. Magic disappeared, and with it the gods. All but 3. Tyr, Lathander, and Sune, the 3 Knights of Light left with the task of finding Cyric and returning the world to what it once was. Since the Knights of Light's focus were elsewhere, only a select few of their followers were gifted a piece of their power to use. Magic still lingered, but scarcely in wild. Potions and magic items still existed, bar some limitations and losses, but now it is a fight to the death to obtain them. The world became chaos. Its people changed. Some followers of faith turned to other churches, to priests who made up false gods, manipulating the truth and claiming that they themselves have connection with the gods that common folk themselves don't possess. Those that still possessed magic even claimed themselves to be gods, though without the proper protection they were hunted, slaved, and experimented on as their captives sought to claim their magic for their own. The heavens and hells were in disarray as the angels struggled to keep peace in the heavens without their gods to guide them. With the gods gone, it left the angels to run their planes with no leadership, angels rising and falling all around. The devils took advantage of this chaos, and the hells erupted in an all-out war. With no gods to guide their followers to the afterlife, their souls lingered, and the 9 rulers of hell fought each other to claim the souls as their own and drag them to their fiery plains. The spell plague affected the landscape, making the ground rumble and heave up and down like the surface of the sea. Curtains of blue flame swept the landscape, reshaping the land and cutting crevices, over lifting and sculpting the plains into hills and ridges. Shards of earth wrenched themselves free and became earthy motes. Waves of azure fires appeared everywhere, killing whatever they touched. Rifts opened in the underdark beneath the sea of fallen stars, causing the level of water to drop, cutting many ports off from their livelihood and creating the underchasm. Humans that were somehow tied to the Shadowfell, they were affected by the spell plague and transformed into a new race, the Shatterkai. The world was on fire, and they desperately tried to find a way to put it out. Some embraced the madness while others hid from it. Smaller communities did not take well to outsiders, hiding those who had magic and not wanting people to take advantage of those who they deemed weak. Windows were boarded as iron fences were made. Anything they can do to protect themselves, and simple farmers and common folk became ruthless. Bigger cities had no such luck. Many believed that they could do no wrong as there was no gods to punish them for their crimes. Market prices were raised higher as goods would often be stolen. Inns prices higher as they were raided. Most places had extra security while others closed down. Mystra's followers and clerics felt it. They felt their god die, and a piece of their soul dying with it. Followers of Cyric felt it too, but they relished in it, relished in the darkness that Cyric caused. News spread quickly, and soon people realized what had happened. Some people sought to worship Mystra in hopes that with enough light she can take the love that they give to help her be reborn. Others followed Cyric, either out of fear or gain. Mystra's followers and clerics worked hard, desperately to restore magic, and they only have one hope. One angel of Mystra managed to survive. Just one. Elise. Mystra had poured the last of her magic into her nearest angel, and it was Elise. Elise had to find another vessel, another chosen. The chosen of Mystra are mortals who have been specifically blessed by Mystra. Due to this blessing, they gain access to unprecedented magical power. Followers of Mystra were desperate to find chosen, for they had the power to imbue Mystra into their bodies to be reborn, though at the cost of their own life. But if a good number of chosen could make it to the High Temple, their life would be shared between them to resurrect Mystra, but no lives would be lost. However, if only one chosen could make it to the High Temple. The chosen could be found all over Faerun. They were scattered amongst the world, spreading the good word of Mystra before magic disappeared. Some tried to make their journey to the High Temple, located in the forest outside of Impulter. Others hid, for they knew followers of Cyric would kill any follower of Mystra, not risking any potential chosen to reach the High Temple. The only people who knew where the High Temple was were the High Priests of Mystra. The followers of Mystra became a secret organization, hiding their identities by claiming to be an organization called the Hidden Ones. They worked secretly, gaining aid from other organizations, both good and bad, with all one common goal: return magic. Followers of Cyric, now known as the Dark Sun, struck fear into civilians and even into the Hidden Ones as they worked to prevent anyone from reviving Mystra. Elise herself only had a limited amount of magic, unable to just teleport chosen to the High Temple. However, she can travel through the ethereal plane and get to followers faster when she is needed. Some high priests knew of Elise and would only summon her when they found a chosen, or when she had done the same. The spell plague changed Faerun forever, and its only hope lied with an angel, the last angel of Mystra, left to wander the world to find heroes able enough to help her save it. Welcome to Under the Veil.
Con i magi